the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Lions and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trayvon Walker able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Got to hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So here come the Lions now. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, if you've been a dome team all year, used to controlled environment, you need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week, and that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in, so they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all away when you get the game day in a foreign place. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle they go. Bernard, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Malone. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Bernard, and he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. On second down now. Bernard, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Nixon. Touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Throwing on second and long. Fields, right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 3rd and long, it's Fields. Going to throw right side here, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I know it's tough to make tackles in the open field, but that one hurts because he got a little bit extra after the missed tackle.
Receivers are coached so well, they have to break it.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Kyle Pitts from 3 yards out, and the Lions have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Justin Fields going to lead his offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Here's Fields. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. To throw is Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Detroit getting set to go now. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Bernard. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Bernard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Throwing on 3rd down. Fields dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here. And at some point, you've got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
This is brought in at the 21. Touchdown, Philadelphia! What a run, 79 yards on the punt return. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He finds his man complete. It's Jenkins. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Jenkins. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first two quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Room here to run. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. A final shot before the break. Fields.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. For the Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter.
And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantages and all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles are pouring it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. On the give, this is their fullback. And some space here. And all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Jenkins. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of, and here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year, and look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
KJ Hamler
from 4 yards out.
And the Lions are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They've faced adversity all year long. They're the fighting crowd to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Bernard, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Up the middle they go. Bernard. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Bernard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Malone. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On first down, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On second down, Bernard. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 241 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, Bernard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Right back to him on first down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And McPherson on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Fields now to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. On the move past the 40. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown! K.J. Hamler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by York is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Bernard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Fields on first down.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Again, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as it gets.
He's got a man, complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past